Welcome to Metals Investors Forum. My name is Brian Leni. I'm the editor of Junior Stock Review. Today with me I have Jessie Liu-Ernsting of GMIN. Jessie, thank you for being at the conference with me this
Thank you
year.
for having us again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's with great pride that we present together again. The last 2 years, the performance in GMIN share price has been fantastic. Going back, 2 years ago, if you would have bought then or bought last year, you almost doubled your money each time.
Yeah, and I actually should probably add that slide next time from the beginning of us attending MIF together to today, right? So for the past 2 years, I've been doing, from last year's MIF to to this year. But yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, like for me, especially in a tough market, it was such a shining light. And I can remember the environment going back to 2023 when I first invested personally in the newsletter did. Very different environment to where we are today. Why don't you start off talking about Tocantinzinho, what milestones you hit last year, and sort of where 2025 is going by?
Yeah, sure. At TZ last year, we achieved a first gold pour in July, and very quickly after that, 2 months later, actually exactly, in September, we declared commercial production. And I recently, we were able to pre-announce production for 2024, and that number is over 62,000 ounces. And if you've been paying attention to what I've been saying, we haven't even ramped up to nameplate capacity yet, and yet we've produced that many ounces. And so ramp up is going really well. And yeah, so we're excited to hit nameplates within this quarter. And after that, basically, I feel like we have a track record. A lot of people know about our track record at building projects, both for other clients as G Mining Services and then now also for ourselves as G Mining Ventures. But sometimes people are saying, oh, we're still waiting, taking a wait and see approach on the operational aspect, right? So I'm excited to, demonstrate, well, we're excited to demonstrate to investors that we can also operate, right? So we're looking forward to the next couple of quarters to consistently demonstrate that, ramp up, hitting nameplate and generating that positive cash flow, producing gold at low ASIC, and especially in this high gold environment, and then generating that funding for our other projects.
Right. And speaking of other projects, you made a tremendous acquisition or merger, depending on how you want to look at it, with Reunion Gold. Really is going to set G Mining apart. Tell us about that acquisition.
Yeah, so we obviously have been keeping track of the project as one of the most exciting discoveries of recent years, and obviously, we've Dave Fennell, who was the chairman of Reunion Gold, was also on our board even before the deal. So we keep tabs on what's happening, and it's an area that principals of G Mining have operated in before, right? So we have that history and the know-how of how to operate in that region. And so that's of especially of interest to us then because of that reason. And yeah, so in April of last year, we announced that we struck a deal. And in July, we were able to close down the deal and merge with Reunion and did a subsequent share rollback, which was probably fun for a lot of people. And so, yeah, and then very quickly after that closed in September, we published our PEA, which demonstrated very robust returns. So for initial capex of just shy of $1 billion, we are looking at generating NPV of over 1.4 billion, and yeah, and producing gold from both open pit and underground. So the average life of mine production is going to be over 350,000 ounces a year.
Amazing. Meaning, talking about that acquisition, and you did the PEA last fall. What does 2025 look like in terms of Oko West, in terms of catalysts?
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty catalyst-rich year for us, both from TZ and Oko West. So, even the PEA was 400 pages long. So it was more of a pre-feasibility study almost. And so very quickly, GMIN services rolled into working on a feasibility study. So they're well on their way to being able to publish that probably in early Q2. And then I'm not sure if you saw our announcement, I think it was last week, that we received the interim permit at Oko West as well, which allows us to initiate early works, which is the ancillary infrastructure around the mining project. So, building a work camp, wharf for transportation, power plant and airstrip and all of those things, so that we're truly ready for when we pull the trigger and make that formal construction decision. So all of that is feasibility and final permit are both expected in the second quarter. And so with those two pieces of document in hand, we'll be able to work on finalizing that project finance process and you know make that construction decision probably Q3.
Oh, that's excellent. And like really, those are the types of catalysts that I think you really move the share price in a rising gold price environment. And especially with the history of G mining, like saying what they're going to do and executing on it, makes for, I think it could be a transformative year for you guys.
Yeah, and then we have that slide in our deck, and I encourage people to look at it. It's demonstrating the share price performance from when we made the construction decision on TZ to today. And yes, barring a little bit of volatility in between, the trend is very much following. I feel like it's a textbook study of the Lassonde curve, really. Like it's really sort of following that trend as we just keep our head down consistently, to your point, deliver what we promised that we'll do, and keep de-risking and executing.
Well, I think 2025 is going to be an excellent year. Jesse, thank you for presenting with me and presenting to our audience.
Thank you for having me, Brian. Looking forward to the next year.